Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Pet over here. It's been so long since I last did like a talking video. So today's video, as you can see from the title, it's gonna be about me going through what I did in terms of like my modeling shoots. So I just wanted to kind of explain the behind the scenes of each shoot so that I leave a record. All these are like really great experiences and I'm very lucky and blessed and really grateful for all these opportunities. So I thought I'd just want to go through my portfolio today and kind of recap everything that I did for my modeling journey so far. So yeah, I really want to go into 2025 with the mindset that I want to do more shoots, work with more brands, and hopefully become a little bit more successful than I was last year, even though I already did make a lot of achievements. So yeah, I think I just want to go through my portfolio today and share with you guys about everything that I did. I actually built a portfolio using Canva and I only send it out to brands and use it to like pitch myself to other photographers or like brands out there. So yeah, this is my portfolio. So it basically contains like all my past works, and this is like my main com card. Okay, and these are my headshots that my lovely friend, she helped me to take them, and a short introduction video. My name is Patricia. I'm 24 years old, 170 cm, and I'm Singaporean Chinese. My hobby is dancing K-pop. Thank you. Yeah, that's an introduction video. I also did a few live streams last year, so 2024 was the year where I really challenged myself, I think, because it was like really challenging to do live streams all of a sudden. Because the opportunity came when like I actually asked like some brands like, oh, would you be interested in like hiring me as a model or like a content creator? And they were like, oh, we're not looking for content creators or models at the moment, but we are looking for live streamers. So this brand, Eltwine, actually this was my very first live stream ever in my whole entire life. So thank you so much to Wenqi for like giving me the opportunity. She's the boss of Eltwine. She really like had faith in me even though it was my first time trying live streaming like ever. So thank you so much for the opportunity. Really appreciate it. And after that I also worked with this other brand called 3 In It, where Pris is the lady boss. Okay. And yeah, she also was like my second live stream ever. So very, very grateful to be able to work with such great brands and meet all these founders. And yeah, the last but not least, definitely is like I did live streams for Tracy Ini as well. And they are led by two beautiful ladies, Jeannie and Pam. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity that I get to do so many regular live streams with them. Like now it's like January 2025, and I'm doing almost 2 to 3 times a week for them. So yeah, definitely this is the brand that I do most live streams for. And I think live streams requires its own skill set. You need to be able to talk to the viewers easily and consistently answer their questions and like show the different products that the brand has. And so you really need to be able to like believe in the brand's products. So for all these three different brands, I really like how they're all plus size inclusive, because even for myself, I'm usually like a UK 12 to UK 14. So typical Singaporean sizes don't really fit me. So I'm really grateful that I can actually fit into these brands' clothings, and they look flattering on me. Not like they can just fit me in an oversized way, but they actually look really flattering on me. So that's something I really like about these brands. And yeah, I think live streaming is definitely one of my biggest achievements for 2024 and going into 2025 as well. I also did like other shoots with brands before. So one of the shoots that I did was for Lightly Lyle, and it's led by Nicole Lyle as well as Natasha Tan. They're amazing ladies, okay, and they're also very plus size friendly, plus size inclusive. I really love their apparels, very, very beautiful, elegant kind of vibe, island girl kind of vibe. Okay, so I actually worked with them twice, once in July and also once in February 2024. Very, very beautiful clothing, very inclusive. I also worked with Playhood. This is one of the brands that I worked with at the very, very beginning. So really love how their cardigans are like cozy and really cute. I really like this brand as a whole because they're also very plus size inclusive. It's led by Sarah, and she's an amazing, amazing lady. Okay, she's amazing in the sense that she has a lot of vision and insight about how she wants to grow her brand and stuff. And working with her is really fun. So I really hope that in 2025 I can work with her again. And yeah, Playhood as a community is really inclusive, so I really like it. A lot of the friends I've met there, we are still actively supporting each other on Instagram and stuff. So I really like it. And then, yes, this is the one try-on shoot I did for Tracy Eni, the brand that I now live stream for. So this was like in 2022, December, so super long time ago. But yeah, I just included it because it's part of my portfolio. Now we go into test shoots. So this is one of like the test shoots I did for this makeup artist called Jin. She's also really amazing. She is a makeup artist and she's super good at bridal makeup, but she can also do other kinds of makeup looks. Okay, so she wanted to use me as a practice, so I was a makeup model for her. Really love her skills, and she made me look like a totally different person. Also did quite a lot of test shoots. So all these test shoots, right, they are basically shoots done by photographers that are looking to build like their portfolio. Some of them are paid, some of them are not. So this is one that I did with Iman recently, and yeah, it's a really soft girl kind of look. He has his coloring scheme going on. It's really distinct actually, so he has a really good style, really nice. And next we have one with Sam. I think his shots have a very clean look to them, very beautiful, like kind of lighting wise also is very pretty. And I really love like the outfit here. I mean, all these outfits for the test shoots are actually provided by myself, so they're all my own clothes, and I like this kind of like girl boss vibe. So this one was with King Yong. This was done at New Baru and also at Orchard Library. Yeah, and it was that kind of schoolgirl vibe, and at the time like Lovely Runner, the K-drama, was super popular, so that's kind of like the inspiration behind this shoot. I think it's really lovely. Bringing back like the schoolgirl kind of vibes, yeah. And then next we also did another outfit with King Yong on the same day. So this one was done at the Somerset Skate Park, and it's giving that badass vibe. Like if I had a skateboard with me, I think it will look even more convincing, but I do not know how to skateboard, so I was like, never mind. I don't have one either, so never mind. But I really like it. I tried to experiment with a lot of different poses and try to match like with the background, because the background is like graffiti kind of vibe, right? So we wanted to go for that more strong, aggressive vibe. So I really hope that my posing and my expressions did better in that sense. And this is one of my most favorite shoots actually. So this is actually done by Rachel, and she did it for my birthday. So this was done at National Gallery. I personally loved it the most because it's exactly what I envisioned. So I kind of had the idea to do like a vintage kind of feel, like this is my mansion and you're like just walking in my mansion. Yeah, so it's like, if you know, like Doja Cat's Agora Hills is kind of like matching that kind of vibe. Okay, I really like it. And behind story of this is just we didn't have a lot of time to film to take pics for this because the lighting was already going off and we had to rush a little bit, but I'm so glad that it turned out really nice with like all the yellow colors and stuff. Yeah. So this was done with Yong Chin. He's a really good photographer as well. He has a lot of artistic direction. Can definitely see like his coloring is quite distinct. So when I first got the photos, I was like a bit taken aback because I was like, oh, the coloring is super intense. But I kind of understand his vision. It kind of feels like shots that I would see in a magazine actually. Like I can see it being in Vogue, as in the style of the coloring. Okay, maybe me next time in like 10 years, I don't know. But as in, yeah, I really like his style because it's really distinct. And the outfit itself is also one of my favorite outfits. So yeah, I think we kind of try to pull off like that Hong Kong-ish kind of vibe, and it doesn't really look like Singapore. So I really like it. This was a test shoot that I did with New Wave Media. That was my first time doing a studio shoot actually. So it was in a very like well-lit studio, that's why the background is so clean. So a huge shout out to New Wave Media for providing the pictures for this. This one was another shoot done with Sam. So this was my first time shooting with Sam. This one is near Marina Bay side. There's a little bit of a grassy area towards like the gardens by the bay side. Yeah, so really pretty shots. It's giving off that fairy tale carefree vibe in the outdoors. So this is really nice shots by Sam. We also did another outfit on the same day, and this was done more in like the CBD area. So I think it was near Shenton Way. Yeah, very pretty, and the lighting itself as well as like the angles of the shots. Sam has like a really good grasp of like how to use like lights and like angles, and also like special tools. Like he brought a prism, a light prism, and then it actually helped to add a lot of like depth to the photo because there's a lot of like special effects in that sense. So yeah, very interesting shots that I really like. It's giving a little bit of like cool girl, city girl kind of like chic vibe. Yeah. And this was a shoot I did with Gina. Okay, she's an amazing photographer as well. She has a lot of artistic direction. So when she brought in like the different colored lights, it was very interesting to play with. So we did like blue, red, like yellow as well. So it was very interesting, and we did it at night. So shooting at night was like definitely a challenge because of the lighting. I cannot even see my face sometimes. But with her editing and her great shooting technique, I think it brought out like that. It was a heartbroken kind of vibe. Okay, very very pretty shots, and it brought out like a lot of emotions. So I tried to make my expressions vary as well. So moving on to the next shoot I did one with Jolene, and this was more like a streetwear kind of badass kind of vibe shoot. So as you can see, like the kind of shoots that I do, I try to like vary the concepts as much as possible. But personally, I really like badass kind of vibe shoots. Okay, don't judge me. I really like it. Yeah, because I was wearing like orange, right? So it's like a neon color that really pops out. And we also played around with like the lights that were around the Orchard Road area. So there was like neon signage that was like purple. Yeah, and like also design orchard over here, like there was a staircase, so we also play around with that. One of my favorite shoots, as usual. I have a lot of favorites, okay? And yeah, this was another one that I did with Rachel. So this was like my second ever shoot, and I really like it because it's that cottage called Princessy vibe. So she also did this for my birthday in 2023. Really, really like it. Basically, the whole vibe was like, yeah, as though I'm like on a date with my husband or like my prince or something. So this is like a cottagecore kind of vibe. Really like it. And yeah, my expressions here were real. Okay, she was making me laugh throughout the shoot. So shout out to Rachel. You should definitely contact her if you're looking for something like this. Okay, and last but not least, it's like my first ever shoot. How this like entire modeling journey started was like she kind of like invited me out to do a test shoot because she by that time was already doing like freelance shoots. So she has been working as a freelance photographer for a long time. So she was like, hey, would you be interested in doing a test shoot, like a collab shoot? We can just explore. And like during the shoot itself, she really directed me really well throughout all the poses and yeah, like all the different expressions and stuff. So the vibe was kind of like I'm waiting for my husband to come back from war. So honestly, like the concepts behind each shoot and like what we are thinking and how we are directing throughout the shoot is quite funny. That's why I wanted to document this entire thing. And yeah, that's basically like a whole summary of my entire portfolio, which is all the works that I've done so far. And there are some that I have upcoming shoots, so I hope to add that in. And also in 2025, I do want to make sure that I do a good job in both like the corporate life as well as my modeling life. And I don't know, maybe I can share a bit more if you guys are interested. So just let me know what you guys want to see, and if you enjoy these kind of videos, just let me know in the comments. I really appreciate your support, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll try to post more regularly in 2025. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of 2025. Bye guys.